what do I want to talk about today? I want to talk about the amazing experience that I just had last week on my birthday. It was incredible. So I had the opportunity to go and work as an extra on a TV series that's being filmed here in Thailand. I came across an advert that was looking for extras to apply for this TV series that's being filmed. I had two choices at this point. I could have either carried on scrolling and ignored it completely, or I could have, this is curious, and applied for the role, which is what I did. The reason why this is quite a big thing for me is because young Emma would have never done this. Young Emma would have seen this advertisement and just carried on scrolling and thought, oh, that looks really exciting, but that's not something that I would ever be able to do ever. This version of Emma, the curious, adventurous, explorative Emma, was like, I see a challenge. And I like a challenge at the minute because for me, challenge equals growth. So I thought, okay, who knows what the outcome's going to be? I don't actually know if I can do this or not. I definitely can't act. But I thought, what's the harm in applying? Who knows? I'm glad I did because I got given the role and it was fucking epic. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of hours of just sitting around being eaten by mosquitoes, but it was literally an experience that I don't know if I will ever have again. So I always highlight the importance of reflecting on how far you've come. Time just flows by, and sometimes we really forget about the progress that we've made. We get into this kind of automation of just flowing on, going on by through life. When we take the time to stop and think about the progress that we've made, it can be really eye-opening because we remember where we came from. And that's exactly what I had to do myself. And I was just really trying to understand and figure out what changed. What was the turning point that changed little shy Emma, who blushed at everything, who was afraid to speak up, who would not look twice at acting opportunities because she didn't think she was worthy enough, confident enough, to becoming a woman who is more stable and content with herself and no longer gives a fuck about rejection. What changed? Where's the switch? What's the switch? So I was having a really good think about this, and I think the switch for me, when I realized that the stories I was making up in my head when I was younger about not being capable or worthy or good looking enough, they were my stories. They were the beliefs that I chose to believe about myself. But in doing so, I was making assumptions and in some ways judging other people by thinking what their reaction would be to me. So I wasn't giving them a chance. Young Emma, who would have seen an advert like this and thought, they're only going to care about a certain type of person, they won't look at me twice, they'll probably be nasty to me or be really brutal in their rejection. All those thoughts I would have had because I would have felt insecure about myself. But what I didn't realize is that I was being really unfair on the other people. I was assuming that these people were nasty because I was being so nasty to myself. When I realized this, and when I realized that I need to stop presuming what other people are going to do and say, it kind of changed everything. It enabled me to start living by fact and not by fear. And instead of making up the outcome, let's just see what the outcome is going to be. Let's just go by fact. Instead of going by some story that I've made up in my head, let's see what the actual outcome is going to be. Because if I had never have applied, I would never know what that outcome was going to be. So I had to take action. So the little girl that was too shy to apply for anything like that would have never applied because she thought all of these beliefs about herself and other people. And she would have carried on scrolling on by and she would have never had that experience and opportunity. The woman that I am today was able to just apply for it, Know that even if it's a rejection, it's okay. It's not a reflection on me necessarily. Maybe there's just an awesome other woman out there who fits it dead on, and actually it doesn't have anything to do with how I look or how I speak. I was able to apply for it, and therefore I was able to know what the real outcome was instead of living in this feared story that I had in my head. And I really think that this is a stepping stone from coming out of your fear bubble and your safety zone, and to start learning how to step up to challenge, to step out of fear and step up to challenge. The only way that you can grow and progress through life is to have the courage to embrace the difficult and challenging times that may come with the ambitious goals that you have maybe set for yourself. Challenge is growth. So for anyone who is currently struggling with this shy, low confident, unworthy, scared persona that they've created for themselves, and you feel like it's stopping you from achieving your goals and going after the things that you really want in life, then all I will say to you is start getting the facts. And the only way that you're going to get the facts is if you start taking action. And if you just go ahead, apply for that role, ask that person out on the day, move country, move house, whatever it might be. If it's something that you really, really, really want to do, do it. Because right now, the outcome is unknown. It's completely unknown. You don't have a crystal ball. And I know that there's some fortune tellers out there and palm readers and whatever. It's bullshit. All of it is bullshit. I'm okay with saying that. That's my belief. No one knows the future. If we knew the future, then we'd be stopping wars and saving accidents on the roadside, you know? The future is unknown. The outcome is unknown. You don't know what's going to happen until you make it happen. So this fear that you're having right now, it's not factual. It's just a story that you've created in your head. The beliefs that you hold about yourself, not necessarily the reality. The only way that you're going to know something is by doing it, is by taking action. And that's exactly what I did. I could have ignored the post like shy little young Emma would have done. I could have just scrolled on by. But I thought, no, I'm not going to make up a story. I'm going to see what actually happens. I'm going to let the facts show themselves. And they did. And I had a brilliant time. Who knows? Maybe I have an acting career on the horizon. It's definitely not going to happen. But again, you know, we don't know the future, so maybe. On that note, you know, if anyone wants an autograph, just let me know. Maybe send you like a digital version or something. I don't know, maybe I should set up a fan page, and not OnlyFans though. We're not there just yet. Not just yet. Anyway, I hope that you've been able to get my main message from that, and it is that if you see an opportunity that initially excites you, that you wish that you could go ahead and try, but you're creating all of this story in your head that you're not worthy enough, that you're not capable, that you can't do it, just remember that is just a story. It's your story, and you can rewrite your story. But you have to start taking action so that you can figure out the facts. That's the only way that you're going to be able to rewrite that story. All right, thank you. And once again, I will see you next week.